flag drops and away they go, and it's Chris Harris very quickly out of the look. Barry Sidery-Smith has had a problem with the Healy, and that's going to be a real disappointment for Barry, but it's Chris Harris who leads the way. Very successfully in a Lotus 18 Formula Junior car as well. The Scott, Robert Barry, watch for him.
Well, as they come through Fordwater, that very fast start from the middle front row from Chris Harris as the Porsche 356 in the lead, but pole man John Young is fighting back in the Jaguar. The best start of all seemed to come from the third row. Robin Ellis came charging through, but he's since been swallowed up. He's dropped back to fourth place.
So, shaping up Chris Harris, who leads the way, is John Young down towards the Woodcote corner. He comes round on the outside. It's the 15 car then of John Young, which gets through on the outside of Woodcote. And Chris Harris talks, I'm sure he will. Taking in behind the Jaguar. So the front engine rear drive. Jaguar, rear engine, rear drive, Porsche are very, very close together at the end of the opening lap. Going up towards Magic Corner, Philip Champion is in third place with the Fraser Nash, and then Robin Ellis with his Lotus 6 is in behind, and it's close behind them because Nick Finberg's there in 17, Sam Smith in 19 started on the front row, he's in 6th place. 25 is Arkiller, 7 is Traver.
Well, the first two braking clear, and in fact Young is now stretching his legs, having got ahead under braking ahead of the Porsche of Chris Harris as they went down to Woodcote. He's stroking it clear at the front. He wasn't clear, well, he was clear by 2.7 seconds in practice, so I guess that says that's the sort of performance you'd expect. Deposed at the start of the race, now he's imposing himself. Chris Harris fighting back, very, very positive on the brakes, Chris Harris. And in third place we've got Philip Champion being pushed very hard indeed by the little Lotus Mark 6 of Robin Ellis. Beautiful drifts and slide we see from these 50s races. Clear at the front. John Young now clear by almost a second. Chris Harris trying to hang on in the little Porsche as they go down to Madwick, but just that little bit more poke from the Jaguar. Leading the race, John Young in number 15. Harris going right out to the edge of the circuit. Again, he's just pulled past some back markers and did it with the plot, but Chris Harris seems to have no answer, I'm afraid, to John Young.
In the background there were the two interesting cars, neither of which particularly aerodynamic, the Healy Silverstone and the Healy Duncan Drone, which is the car of Graham Bull, who races Jaguar E-types, sometimes with Dave Coyne. He's sometimes Formula 3000 racer, and a couple of times Ford Festival winner. Lovely little MG special being overtaken there.
John Young, well clear last time around. I'm just waiting for the timing screen to see what the gap is back to Harris. It's just come up at just a shade under 7 seconds, but stroking, they're lapping equal pace, first and second, but 15 Jaguar John Young very comfortably in front here. It's Chris Harris running around. Quiet race for him. He's 7 seconds down a race leader John Young, but that number 28 Porsche in turn is about 10 or 11 seconds clear of that battle behind him. But of course Philip Champion et al. In the chasing pack are fighting among themselves, and Chris Harris has had a very quiet race in second place, driving beautifully in the bathtub Porsche. You can see using the brakes absolutely to their full, feeding it through the chicane onto the start straight, but nothing he can do about the driver out front. John
Last
Young
lap.
in the 15 Jaguar onto the last lap.
So John Young, the veteran Essex racer, leads through Chris Harris. For the 12th and final time to win this race. Now, how's that battle faring behind? That's what I'm looking at the corner of my eye to see what's happened there.
Well, you can see the Porsche of Chris Harris coming out of
Yes.
the chicane. He'll take second place. We knew that. You sort of want Robin Ellis to get third just to tell us about his race. He's had so much fun, but it could be Philip Champion.
It is going to be Philip Champion, but only just, I think.